Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Tales of Food. Today we'll be reading part 1 and part 2 of chapter 10. Yes, so I just 10 and 11, whatever. And the title of this 2-part means Yamen Advisor. So my name is Livy, let's start reading part 10. The music sounded. Jin Se Xun's well-rehearsed serving formation walks in a line from both sides of the hall. The young women's skirt flowed gorgeously, smiling sweetly. The mood of the guests are especially at ease. For Tiaojiang, Jin Se Xun, these two known signature dish of Zhu Chunyan takes the lead. Following in turn is Li Zi Rou, Wu Liu Ji, Ba Xue Ji, Jiu Pai Gu, Ding Bian Hu. And then for these dishes, I do not have like the exact English translation, but if I were to try, this would be lychee pork, 5 willow fish, white snow chicken, dragon pork ribs, and wok itch paste. After 3 rounds of drinks,
对宴席可还满意？怎不见知府大人呢？
May I ask if the prefectural magistrate is satisfied with the banquet? Why don't I see the prefectural magistrate?
大人出宫去了。
This guy's name, is Bodyguard Jia. I'll wait for another guy to come on before I explain what this Jia is.
哎呀，福公，茅房不知道为什么排起了长队，大家都喝多了。
哎呀，福公， I don't know why there's a long queue for the restroom. Everyone drank too much, maybe?
大事不好了！大人他上吐下泻，现在晕过去了。
Bad news. Master, he vomited and had diarrhea. Now he had just fainted. I know this is a bit silly, but it's about food. This happens. And anyway, this guy's name is Bodyguard Yi. Previously, you saw that as Bodyguard Jia and Bodyguard Yi. If I were to translate it into English, it would be written as maybe Bodyguard A, and Bodyguard B. But for this Chinese game, instead of using the ABC, they used the Jia and Yi, which I think came from the 8字 10 heavenly stamps. I don't know how common they would use these things, but yeah.
其他客人也相继出现了不同程度的症状，该不会是这菜有毒吧？
The other guests are also showing symptoms of varying degrees. It couldn't be that the dishes have been poisoned.
啊！竟敢对知府大人不利！士兵，将聚春院的人统统抓起来，一个也不要放过。
To dare bring harm to the prefectural magistrate, soldiers, arrest all of Zhu Chunyan's people. Do not let go of a single one. And from here in the game, you would go into battle against the guards, and then immediately after you will proceed to part 2.
福公啊，若不是有众多达官贵人支持你，聚春院的人早就被关押大牢了。
Okay, previously the word that came on screen was the authorities sealed up Zhu Chunyan the next day. And this guy is Bodyguard Jia again, and what he said is, Fukong, if it weren't for the many high officials and nobles supporting you, Zhu Chunyan's people would have already been locked up in prison.
唉，说实话，我也不相信这事儿是您干的，谁又会自砸招牌呢？
To be honest, I don't believe this situation was caused by you. Who else would be willing to sabotage their own business's reputation?
多谢诸位信任，福某定会在限定10日内将事情本末查个明白。
Many thanks to everyone's trust. I will somehow investigate within the time limit of a few days to understand the ins and outs of this affair.
办砸了，我把寿宴办砸了，福公，我对不起您。
Botched. I've botched the birthday banquet. Fukong, I've let you down. Zheng Xun Fa kneels on the ground with a putong sound, but Fa Tiaoqiang helps him up at once.
哎，此事不可怪你一人，我们所有人都难辞其咎。当务之急是查出真相，还聚春院一个清白。
Pa, this affair can't be blamed on you alone. It's all of us that cannot escape censure. Our top priority is to discover the truth and return to Zunyan's innocence. Poison guests had nausea and abdominal pain, vomiting and diarrhea. It could be food poisoning.
可官兵们用银针查验过寿宴当晚所有菜品，都没有检出毒药来。
But the officers used silver needles to inspect all the dishes on the evening of the birthday banquet. No poison was detected. Okay, I don't know how common knowledge is this, but silver needles would be used to test poison because if it will react to poison in the food. So they'll take a needle, poke the food, if it reacts, it's poison. This poisoning is not that kind of poison. Food poisoning is indicated by patients eating food items that have been contaminated by bacteria or bacterial toxins, or the food itself contained poison that led to acute poisoning ailments.
细菌、毒素，你是说有毒的蘑菇？
Bacteria? Toxins? You mean to say there were toxic mushrooms? In short, we did not poison the dishes. It's just that I always pay very close attention to the hygiene of food ingredients and the back kitchen. How could this matter of food poisoning happen? As a chef, this is a dereliction of duty.
或许真如这位少侠所言，是食材本身的问题。
Perhaps it is as per the words of this young hero. It is a problem of the ingredients themselves. A person approaches slowly, lightly stroking the Tai Chi feathered fan.
在下于太极，乃福州衙门一师也，奉大人之命，前来调查聚春院寿宴下毒一案。
This humble one is Yu Tai Chi, Fuzhou's Yamen advisor. By my superior's orders, I've come to investigate the Zhu Chunyan birthday banquet poisoning case. Okay, so here is his real name, Tai Chi Yu Ni, which is, for me, I would just translate as Tai Chi Taro or Tai Chi Yam Paste, sweet dessert yam paste. There's no official English translation, but yeah, it's just yam and Tai Chi. And he calls himself as Yu Tai Chi, which is his fake name, because they can't use their own food name as their own name. Tai Chi Taro knows everything in heaven above and the earth underneath. Okay, this one is actually means know the above of astronomy, below know geography, so you know everything above and below. Rumor has it that Lin Ze Xun once used Tai Chi Taro, a characteristic that looks as if cool and refreshing but actually burns the mouth, in return to Westerners that harbored malicious intentions, became Lin Gong's strategist after spirit materialization. Okay, I think this by itself might not make a lot of sense, but this actually came from a tale of the past. I don't know if it's real or not because I can't find it anywhere else, but I can find a story. So essentially this Lin Ze Xun, he is a real guy, and he is from the period of the First Opium War. And I don't know if how many people know about the Opium War, but essentially it's the British the British is trading opium to China, and China is somewhat against it because it's is making a lot of people addicted to opium, but the trading is still happening. So this guy is an activist against the opium trade. And I don't know if during this time, was it before or during or after the opium war? The first one, I do not know. But this guy, this story is, because back then there is conflict between the West and China for the opium war, the West does not look very well on the Chinese at that time for more than just the opium reason. And so the Westerners, for some odd reason, they want to play a trick on Lin Ze Xun. They wanted to make him not look very well, and for some odd reason they thought of yams. They thought no one could look good eating yams. So they shipped him Lin Ze Xun like a lot of yams, like maybe a box of yams or just some yams. And next time when the Westerners came to China and had a meeting with Lin Ze Xun for whatever reason, I don't remember, Lin Ze Xun brought out the dessert that he made with the yams that he was gifted by the Westerners, which is Tai Chi Taro. Upon serving, the Westerners saw that the dish had no steam coming out. So because of that, they assumed that the dessert was cold. So without thinking or checking, they just immediately shoved a spoonful of the dessert into their mouth and burned their mouth. And so this is what they meant by, in return of the Westerners that harbored malicious intents. It's not really malicious, it's just a naughty trick. When compared to the grand scale of things, it's just a really small trick. How fortunate! It's actually Tai Chi Taro. I didn't expect him to also be sent into this time space. It's actually Yu Tai Chi, Advisor Yu. I've heard so much about you.
好，于某不过区区衙门师爷，并无甚大名可言，每日处理的也不过是些芝麻绿豆的小官司。
Oh, I am merely an insignificant Yamen advisor. It can be said to be not at all distinguished. Daily handlings are nothing more than just a few trivial lawsuits. Okay, the way he refers to himself is Yu Mo. Yu is the name that he's called himself, and the Yu is an add-on suffix or whatever word it is supposed to be called. When added upon the name of oneself, it means he is trying to refer to himself humbly. And I know I'm using the word humble here and there a lot, but there's just a lot of ways to refer to yourself as humble or in a lower position to the person you're speaking to. Advisor Yu need not be so modest. You are indeed a renowned strategist. Everyone says that you know everything in heaven above and the earth underneath. There is nothing that you do not understand.
于师爷，您来头劲这么大，失敬，有您在，聚春院就有救了，求您还聚春院一个清白吧。
Advisor Yu has such an amazing background. Apologies for being disrespectful. With you here, Zhu Cunyan can be saved. Requesting you to restore Zhu Cunyan's innocence.
于某乃衙门师爷，查案是我分内之事，郑老板，且宽心。
As Yaman's advisor, investigating cases is my duty. Rest assured, Boss Zheng.
方才这位少侠所言有理，食材或许是祸端源头。我们便先查一查寿宴所用食材吧。
The words of the young hero just now was reasonable. The ingredients may be the source of the disaster. Let us first investigate the ingredients used in the birthday banquet. And that's it for part 10 and part 11. And that's it, and thank you for this. If you listen to the Tai Chi Taro story, thank you so much for listening through it, because I find it really interesting and I just wanted to talk about it on this card. So this is Livy, and that's it for this video. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next one, which is number 12. And that's it for today. Bye bye!